So recently there is this shark, all right, from Shark Tank, Shark Tuệ Lâm. She did a elevator pitch because somebody challenged her to do an elevator pitch, and they all say she failed that elevator pitch. And there's a lot of criticism about that. They criticize her of many things. So I think this is a good opportunity to talk about how to exactly do your elevator pitch and do it right and do it in a way that will get people's attention and maybe close deals, find a job, or do whatever you want, okay? So let's get into it. How do you do a great elevator pitch?
Hey Tom, it's the one and only Floyd Money Mayweather. First I want to say congratulations on your YouTube channel. Everybody needs to follow your YouTube channel. So what everyone needs to do is subscribe to Tom Tang. Great guy, great person. Tom, keep up the great work.
Alright, first of all, let's talk about this shark, okay? Shark Tuệ Lâm.
Vừa rồi thì trong phần giới thiệu thì em cũng thấy rằng anh Tuấn là người mà không bao giờ nói không với những thứ mới. Nên là em quyết định là đem đến một cái ý tưởng mà nó không biết là có mới không nhưng chắc chắn không cũ. Đấy là em muốn mời Dragon Capital sẽ trở thành nhà đầu tư chiến lược của Next Chance vào cái vòng fund raise thứ 3 này của quỹ em vào tháng 3 năm tới. Thì không biết là anh nghĩ sao về cái idea này?
Thứ nhất là anh chưa biết rõ Next Trend, vì dự án của Next Trend nên câu hỏi nó hơi khó cho anh trả lời.
Anh có thể hình dung ra rằng là Next Chance là một quỹ đầu tư mà tập trung vào các công ty startup ở giai đoạn còn rất là sớm. Và chắc là em nghĩ rằng là con số thì không biết nói dối đâu, nên em sẽ tập trung vào nói về số liệu thôi. Đấy là Next Chance sẽ đầu tư 15 năm nay. Và trong số 80 công ty Next Chance đầu tư ở Global thì có 4 công ty đã IPO với định giá công ty lớn nhất là lên đến 3,2 tỷ đô. Và đến thời điểm hiện tại Next Chance vẫn chưa thoái vốn ở công ty đó. Và chúng em đi với công ty từ lúc giá trị còn rất là thấp, từ lúc mà là startup. Thì cái chiến lược đầu tư của Next Chance là hướng tới những công ty mà có thể phát triển bền vững sau này, hướng tới cái số 1 mà em nói ạ. Thì với cái triết lý đầu tư như vậy, em thấy rằng có rất là nhiều điểm tương đồng với cả Dragon Capital. Thì cũng rất là muốn đưa ra một cái lời đề xuất rằng là xem Dragon và Next Chance có thể trở thành đối tác với nhau hay không.
So she went on TV and people challenged her to do an elevator pitch, and apparently it was shit, and then people said it was shit, and people criticized her. But I just want to come to her defense, okay? Shark Tuệ Lâm apparently is a financial investor, something like that, and people criticize her for marrying a rich man and becoming rich herself too. And I just want to say that she doesn't need to do elevator pitch, alright? Because one, she's already famous. Two, people already know what she does. So she really doesn't have to do this. So she doesn't have to be good at it. Alright, because when people watch Shark Tank, everybody know who she is and what she does. Elevator pitch is for people like you, maybe me. People don't know what we do, and maybe they don't know us, and we have basically 30 seconds to tell people what we do, to get their attention so that they're interested in us. That's what elevator pitch is. Basically, imagine you're going inside the elevator, you're going up the building, and you meet someone, and you have a very short period of time to tell people what you do and get their interest, right? So, how do you do a good elevator pitch? So first of all, elevator pitch can be used to get more business. It can be used to find a job. It could be used to make a friend, right? It depends on what your purpose is. Everybody's purpose is different. Maybe you're pitching to a potential future boss. Maybe you're looking for a new job. Maybe you're pitching to a potential girl that you want to be, close with, maybe have intimate relationship with. You're also doing that pitch, all right? Or maybe you are pitching to somebody that maybe potentially will become your future customer. It really depends on what it is, right? So every situation is different. So that's why, one, you need to make it short, because people don't have time. They don't have time to listen to your lifetime stories. You only have about 30 to 60 seconds before they lose their interest, they lose their attention. People have very short attention span. Once you start talking for over 60 seconds, they basically start looking all over the place and they start lose interest in you. So you gotta keep it short. And also, it has to be interesting, right? If it's boring, then you will not even keep their attention for 60 seconds. They're gonna wander off, they're gonna think about something else, they're gonna think about what they're gonna do next, they're gonna take out their phone and start looking at it, whatever, right? So you gotta keep it interesting, and also it has to be personalized, because it has to make them feel that this is for them. You're talking to them because they are your audience, right? You have to keep it interesting for them. It has to be personalized. You cannot use one script on everybody, because that just simply will not be very personalized or intimate. Finally, you gotta be confident, right? If you're like very shy and you're stuttering, hi, my name is Tom, then they don't feel you're confident. So whatever skill set you're gonna tell people about, they won't believe you. They're not gonna believe you're a good photographer. They're not gonna believe you're a good computer programmer. They're not gonna believe you're a good lover in bed. They're not gonna believe it if you're not confident, right? Sometimes we are very good at what we do, but we simply don't have the confidence to say it, and so therefore people don't believe that we're good at what we do. So just be confident and people believe in you. So how do you do a good elevator pitch? So first we have to identify the problem, okay? And then you have to introduce the solution. And then you gotta talk about value and benefit. And then you have to tell people what makes you different, all right? And then you have to end with a CTA. CTA is call to action, all right? Call to action. At the end, you always want them to do something. And ideally, it's in a form of question. All right, so you get them to do something. You don't just say whatever you say and then there's no follow-up action. There's nothing you require them to do. Then they forget about it, right? You gotta make them do something. You gotta have a CTA at the end. So let's go through this by steps, right? So identify the problem. Okay, identify the problem. When's the last time you went to the toilet? Or when's the last time you had a good photographer? When's the last time you had a good cup of coffee? When's the last time, you made a lot of money in your business? Imagine if you can find more customers online. Do you know the feeling? Maybe you're talking to a girl, right? Do you know the feeling? You know the feeling when you meet somebody special? It's a question, right? Do you know the special feeling you get when you meet someone special? Use that on a girl, right? Okay, so you identify the problem first, and then you introduce the solution. A great photographer do this and that. A good lover do this and that. A great business do this and that. A great e-commerce company do this and that, right? So you give them the solution, and then you have to set the benefit and value, and then you have to talk about why you're different, and then finally you give them the CTA. And that CTA could be, why don't we set up an appointment? Or why don't we give this a try? Or why don't we go out for coffee? Or why don't we go out for dinner? Right? So it has to be a CTA at the end. So without any rehearsal, I'm going to give you my elevator pitch, right? My elevator pitch. Okay. So what am I trying to do here? Maybe let's see. What am I trying to do? Maybe I am in the elevator with a manufacturer. Okay, they manufacture maybe shoes. They make a lot of shoes. Okay, for Adidas or Nike, and I'm in the elevator with them, and I want to pitch them about Alibaba, right? Alibaba, and like basically I want them to. Use Alibaba to find more customers to export more. So this is what I would say. Hey, Mr. Folk, I know that the economy is terrible and a lot of factories are not running at full capacity. I don't know if this is affecting you as well, but I help a lot of factories get a lot more orders from international buyers, thereby making their factories running at full capacity, keeping all the people employed. And I can do the same for you. I work with Alibaba.com, and by the way, my name is Tom Peng, and we help many businesses acquire more international buyers. And I would love to visit your factory and maybe give you some advice and new ideas. When is a good time to visit your factory? So that's what I would do, right? So again, in summary, an elevator pitch has to be short, it has to be personalized, and it has to be interesting, and you have to deliver it with confidence, all right? And when you do an elevator pitch, you start with the problem, you provide a solution, you talk about your benefit and value, and you have to end with a CTA, okay? Gotta get them to take an action. Maybe ask them a question, when can I visit your factory? How about let's have coffee this afternoon? And you have to ask them a question and they have to answer, and that way you get a conversation going. Right? So that's how you do an elevator pitch, and take some fucking action. Think about what you would say when you're in the elevator with somebody interesting that you want to get to know, and use an elevator pitch, and don't be a fucktard. All right?